Virgo, welcome to my channel, Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. I am so thrilled and honored and privileged to be getting to read your cards for you for April. Thank you so much for joining me in this sacred space. Thank you for committing to your work on yourself, your spiritual journey, your emotional journey, your mental journey, the journeys that really matter the most. Because our inner world, guys, guess what? It determines our outer world. So your focus and attention is in the right place. Congratulations. I want to take a moment and call in spirit, call in source energy, call in Virgo's guides, all the guides of everyone, every soul gathered here in this reading. No matter the time, no matter the place, this is a consciously assembled collective. I want to invite the guides of every person here. Calling in masters, ascended masters, angels, and archangels. What are the messages for Virgo? Virgo for the month of April. Virgo. This is good for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What resonates is what is meant for you, Virgo. What doesn't is meant for someone else in this collective. So graciously take what is yours, and you can just leave the rest. Maybe it's one message today. Maybe it's 100. What are the messages for Virgo? Current situation in April, their obstacles, and the guidance. What is the divine guidance? Okay, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles, love it. Four of Cups, gotcha, roger that, Spirit. And the Hanged Man. Spicy, spicy, Virgo. Seven of Pentacles. Y'all are really working this month. Yeah, you're really, you're buckling down and you're working. You're still kind of, what I'm hearing is like hacking away. It's like you've been, you've just been going at this block of ice, trying to free the beautiful sculpture that's underneath the block that, only you can see. And there's just so much that you still need to just kind of hack away before you can get to the details, before you really can start to see your vision emerge, like why you started this work in the first place. There's just so much wading through the weeds here, and and it feels like you're kind of entering a particularly tedious stage in April, like a time when you thought, oh my God, I'll be close to the end of this right now. I'm going to be close to the end of this project or this endeavor, and the end should be in reach, but there are certain conditions and things that kind of rise up in April that make you think, I must not be as close to the end as I thought it was, because this is really hard. This is like unforeseen challenges and obstacles that are just coming up out of the woodwork, out of nowhere. What I want to say, and what's really coming to me right now, is that the night is darkest before the dawn. Oftentimes, the hardest part of the journey is the part right before we reach the end. It's the part where it is the most easy to doubt ourselves, because we've come as far as we possibly can come, and we still aren't there. And so when we meet challenges this far on the journey, our spirits are far more broken, are far more weathered and weary than they were when we met challenges here. So it's easier to push through a challenge here than it is to push through a challenge here when the end is right here. because we've gone as far as we possibly can go. We're so close to the end, we can taste it. And it's like, oh my God, this challenge at this point now could be the thing that, you know, the straw that breaks the camel's back. Virgo, this is coming up for you to recognize, to be aware of the fact that you are in a particularly challenging stage and that it doesn't make you any further from the end than you already are. You are so close to the end. And if you are able to push through this, you'll reach the end. The end is within your grasp. It truly is. You're so close to that finish line. For some of you, this is coming up because you're in a situation, if that wasn't resonate, you're in a situation where you need to be advocating for someone else or advocating for yourself right now. And it's the process of advocating for standing up for something that you believe in, whether it's on behalf of someone else or whether it's for yourself, that is presenting the particularly tedious stage. It's literally the act of advocating alone that makes this harder than any other stage, because it requires you to speak up. It requires a kind of courage and bravery that maybe you haven't had to exhibit yet. So that is the place that you're in. What is making this exceptionally hard, what is blocking you as you are pushing through this particularly tedious stage, even though you are so close to the finish line, the thing that is blocking you is this Four of Cups. It is disillusionment, disenchantment with your journey. You've actually gone so far down this path that now you're bored with it. You're like, why did I start walking down this path in the first place? Because I've been walking so long, I'm not even enchanted anymore by my dream. I'm not even enchanted by reaching the finish line. I've just gotten bored with the process, and I don't know if I actually even believe anymore why I'm walking down this path, why I started walking down this path. This is exactly what I just kind of was talking about, that how it's harder to have hope further down the journey than, 2 steps into it. When you're a million steps into it, yeah, that's when your faith is really tested. This is a time that is exceptionally trying for you, Virgo. This is a real test of your will and your belief. Because the disenchantment you're feeling right now, the boredom, the disillusionment, it's the same old, why do I even try? I'm just going to get more of the same old thing. That is your enemy right now. That is not your truth looking out for you and trying to protect you. That is the enemy here. That is your shadow speaking. Devil work, devil energy, whatever you want to call it. That is what is rearing its ugly head. We have the moon here because when this comes up, this is not what it seems to be. This isn't logic or rationale suddenly kicking in and saying, wow, I was under a spell I was under a spell following this dream before, or following this path. I was enchanted. And now I'm, God, what am I looking for? This metaphor is all over the map, and I'm loving it. I want to say the lights are down, the costumes are off. It's like, oh, I'm seeing this now for what it really is. That's what your logical, rational brain may be telling you. Why were you ever enchanted with this? This is the hard truth about it. There's nothing to be enchanted here by. But it is actually that perspective that is the misleading perspective here. That is just seeing things under the light of the moon. That's seeing things with shadow around. And it is your job, Virgo, to hold on to the light when you happen to be moving through night. You have to hold on to what you saw and what you believed when the sun was shining, even when the sun goes away. The reason I say this is already very trying and testing, but the reason it is even more trying and testing for you is because the Hanged Man is in the advice position here. Meaning, you are very close to the end, but there is still a waiting time. There is still an incubation time here. And it's almost like there isn't action for you to take immediately. There isn't immediate action for you to take to push through to the end. That power may be in the hands of other people. It may not be in your hands to push through this. So this is about fighting your own disillusionment, your own disenchantment in a time when everything is static and everything's on hold. That means that the responsibility is purely on what you think and what you feel, because nothing in your surroundings are going to change quite yet that would jumpstart your heart or change your mind or suddenly open up how you think or give you a new idea, a new inspiration, like make you make a new decision. It's like, how do I change my inner world when my outer world is frozen? That is such a challenge and such a test of faith, Virgo. But you can do it. And I say this because the Hanged Man in this, I love this interpretation of the Hanged Man. You have night vision, Virgo. Yeah, you're in shadow right now. You're in a time of shadow right now, but you have night vision. You really can see the truths of this, where other species, other people cannot. So don't surrender what you really truly see, what your highest self sees, for the realities that other people are affirming around you. This reality that there is no enchantment, that we're all bored here. This is the same old thing over and over and over again. Yeah, that's what everyone else is going to be reflecting back to you, because those people don't have the vision that you have. And it's a true test of faith and obedience to your inner doctrine, and devotion and loyalty to your authentic self and your personal sovereignty, to hear those other opinions, to see what's happening around you or what's not happening around you, and to say, that's okay. I know something about this situation that has not revealed itself yet. I know the finish line is near. I know that things are going to change soon, and that there will be a time to act, and that time will reveal itself. It may not be now. This is a time of waiting, surrendering to the waiting, but understanding that it's not that nothing is happening in that waiting. As much as it looks like things are frozen, as much as it looks like things are stagnant, it's actually that you are in an incubator right now. And that growth, those changes are so minimal, you can't perceive them with your naked eye. But there will be a point where you're like, I'm strong enough now to leave this incubator. I'm different now. The incubator's changed me. Yes, I was in a box not moving for a very long time. Did it change me? Yeah, it did. Am I in a different position now coming out of it than I was when I went into it? Yes. Even though it looked like it was the same old thing over and over and over again. That was not reason for me to get disillusioned, because I was able to retain my night vision, to see myself through this period of shadow and know that the sun was going to rise again, like a natural law of the universe. That's how dependable it was. This is a sacrifice that you're making right now, Virgo. The position you're in, you are sacrificing things, you are compromising things by waiting, by being in this period of stagnation, by having faith where others do not, by resisting, surrendering to this kind of just like disenchantment, disillusionment. It's a sacrifice for you. But what I see you doing is, by surrendering instead to the incubation period, to the waiting period and seeing the waiting period as something that is significant. It's not your enemy. It's not a prison. It's not something that's just holding you still and keeping you from moving. It's like there's purpose here. And by surrendering to that and not trying to fight it, you actually invite the finish line to you more quickly. You're able to surrender yourself to that destination more quickly. And you come out of this situation, I want to say too, way more enlightened than you were moving into it. This is really powerful, Virgo. I would love to hear how this looks specifically for you in your life, so feel free to comment below and share. If you are not a patron, click on my Patreon below. Consider donating a few dollars a month to help me support you better. I want to be making videos for you guys every single day. I want to be doing a card pull reading every single morning so that I'm waiting in your inbox and I'm there to inspire you and make you feel the magic of the day just as it's beginning and the possibilities for you. That's what I want to be doing. So if you want to support me in that endeavor, I am so eternally grateful to you. There's also bonuses there on Patreon. If you do become a patron, you get there's opportunities for a lot more goodies and customized readings, etc. Discounts on big readings if that interests you. So check that out. Also, please like and subscribe. Do it right now. Click that button. I don't know where it is, here, there. It would be here. Let's hope I'm right. And share this channel with anyone who's struggling right now, who needs encouragement, who needs support. That is why I do this work. That is what tarot is for. It is introspective healing work where you really are the one healing yourself. These are just, the cards are just a tool. I love you so much, Virgo. I'm rooting for you as always, and I'll see you next time.